happy day. Thank you for visiting my channel. Focus, focus. Hey, focus on me. You're okay. Hey, you okay? You having trouble focusing lately? That's alright. Hi, happy day. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miriam, and yesterday was my birthday, which means today is March 2nd, 2026. I'm a 32-year-old lady. And yeah, I'm gonna read you some stuff. The past few days I've been busy doing my own birthday stuff. I do stuff for my birthday every year. It's the same thing every year. And so I'm not available for about 3 days around my birthday. But now I'm done with that part and I want to do a reading. I'm feeling called to do it. And so usually I woke up before my alarm today. And my alarm is my super mix of all the music that I've ever listened to and then some. It's just all the music. So whatever song wakes me up, I have an agreement with the universe is that I have my alarm set to be my super mix and it just shuffles the song and it wakes me up. But I woke up before my alarm today. And so I still was like, let's see what the super mix had for me. And the song it gave me was a song that I've never heard before. And usually, like there's some stuff, but the song it gave me was "The Road Ahead Is Golden" by John and Roy. And that was a notification. Confirmation. The road ahead is golden for you. And so whoever's here, hi. Again, you might be seeing me for the first time. I got a few returning subscribers and stuff, so they know we're cool. I got some OGs. But also, if you're new, then hi, it's probably because the road ahead for you is golden. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know what kind of shoes you're wearing. I don't know if it, I don't know why that came up. I don't know what kind of shoes you're wearing. So you might not be fully, you may not feel fully prepared. What I will say is, I put my deck down. And what happens sometimes when I put down my deck, this is my deck, is the Akashic Tarot. Here she is. I put my deck down, and sometimes just the physics of it, a card floats, so even that floaty little card. But this one just as I put it down, it floated up into my hand from the static electricity. Okay, I'm in a Discord, so you're gonna hear notifications, and I'm gonna let you know it's because you are getting confirmation. I don't care that it's because I'm hella popular. It's also because you're hella. I'm saying hella popular. It's most likely the same one or two people that we are in a thread about, and this is around the time we start talking about things. 7:22 a.m. 722. That's a master number 11 too, but 224 is in there. You might have a 224 in your life. Okay, let me chill. I'm a numerologist. I will read you a tarot. I'm a lot of things. In general, I'm gonna tell you some stuff, and I don't know why. And I don't know you. And I don't know you like that. If you do want me to know you like that, I promise you my advice directly is a bit more. I'm shuffling this while I'm going to talk to you about what came out, which was that card that floated up into my hand, which was 5 of Keys, wishes fulfilled, in reverse. And so maybe that's why I was talking about your little gold, your shoes. Are you wearing golden shoes? So if your shoes are golden, every path you walk is golden. You know what I'm saying? 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 And it's also much cheaper to do instead of. But you know what? I'm going to go read the wishes fulfillment in reverse. Pardon my middle finger. My wishes fulfillment in reverse. But this is the page to turn to, the Ark of the Covenant, master number 11 too. We were just talking about it, 7:22. It's only a minute past. So there's some type of destined start. Not just any type of start, it's like a double start. You're not just starting one thing, you're starting two things. Maybe you're starting a partnership, maybe you're starting like a new life, maybe you're starting to let go of things, maybe you're starting to start things at the same time. If that's allowed. It's dichotomy. Okay. Ooh, I'm starting to get a headache actually. That came from nowhere too. It's like a rush of energy. It's like overthinking. Okay. Five of Keys, wishes fulfilled. Yeah, maybe you're just, yeah, I mean, it must be you because, like, just like that, my head's feeling better just by me saying out loud. Maybe your head's been hurting. A lot of times, whenever my head hurts, it's because I need to say something or talk something out or something is in here or, like, there's something that's ruminating in me that's building pressure. I'm a Pisces sun, Aquarius rising, Libra moon, so that built a lot of pressure, water and air. There's a lot of air up in there and water. So it's just like, so if I don't get flowing, then I might combust. Okay. Is it? Oh, maybe you'll get a theremin. That's what I felt like. That I was singing a theremin thing. One of my favorite songs to listen to is Claire de Lune, the theremin rendition. Like just genuinely, I like hearing that. And one day I would like a theremin. So, and then I was singing it. So maybe, but I don't usually sing theremin. I usually don't sing theremin, but for me, for you, 199 is the page. 101, there's some stuff you gotta learn. Archangel stuff, apparently. I said 101, then it was 111, then it was 122, or 121. Are you, ooh, okay, so this might be happening to you. I promise I'm gonna get to this card in this reading. Maybe not. I'm not gonna make no promises. What happens to me, so much so that I was like, I must be able to do 10 minutes perfectly. I must know exactly 10 minutes in my head. Confirmation right here. So you might be getting these double things. Like right now, it's 725. That's a 7-7. That's a 5 in total. But it's still like my little double numbers. There's like these hidden angel numbers. Like 1138 is a hidden angel number. But then I was like seeing the clock every 10 minutes because I would get sandwich numbers a lot. So it's 414, 424, 434. But now I just did that again with the pages as I was doing it. So that might be for you. That might be happening to you. You might be noticing that. If that's the case, baby boo, you're a numerologist. Numerologist. It's like it's what they call it nowadays. You know, it's what they're calling it nowadays. Ooh, it flipped right to the reverse for me. I say right to the reverse. I've been flipping for a while. I've been flipping for a while, so okay, say Five of Keys, wishes fulfilled in reverse. Your dreams may feel as if they are somehow off in the distance, but they don't have to be so elusive. You must work to change your circumstances as well as your responses to them. Don't define yourself in lack, and don't go on the defensive. Remain strong and steadfast in your little victories and in your inner abundance. The most important key to getting your wishes fulfilled is the power inside you. Keep working on your dreams, and your dreams will start working for you. So, I don't know if I read that properly because this might happen to you too. But what they call it dyslexia, but apparently I'm dyslexic. I found that out as an adult. I did not know that. I was just living my life as a kid. Um, but for me, I'll read something, and then I'll still keep reading in my body, but I'm thinking of other things. So what came up as I was reading here was I'm supposed to play you one of my songs on random and see what that tells me. It's 7:27 a.m. right now. I think it's also because look, I'm gonna show you a song. I don't know what song's gonna come up. I have a thing where it's my list of all my music all in one place, and so then I just shuffle. This is my own private collection of all the songs that I've completed. Um, Majority of my songs are on my page, and if they're not, then I chill. Um, But I'll play you one of my songs to show you, like, I don't know if it's going to be one of the good ones or the bad ones, but I will let you know on every single one of them, I never try and show off, like, too much vocal prowess because what happens to me a lot is, like, if I'm going to be a singer one day or a performer, especially in song, I need to be able to maintain that. And right now, I don't have any, like, vocal lessons or anything. I don't know anybody like that. I just kind of, like, I can carry a tune. I can, so they can sing a note, I can sing the same note. You know, maybe there's limit to my notes, you know, up and down. But I find that oftentimes, like, I have a lot of allergies or I'll get sick or something like that. And in the past, that has prevented me from going certain places like UIL choir competitions. I would get sick right before an audition or something. And and so I wouldn't get in because I wouldn't be able to sing at strep throat. Maybe it was anxiety too, but I would I would actively be having strep throat, being on antibiotics to, like, cure my strep throat or whatever, and I would have it like 6 or 7 times a year, um, and I also had chronic allergies. So even now, I'm still stopped up. I'm still stopped up. Not forever. Like, for now, I'm allergic to things, but once I figure out other things that apparently, that and science, maybe less. But anyway, so when making my own music, really when I started making this music, it was like a diary, a journal. It was an alchemical experience for me to create and get stuff out of me. And it started last year in January, is whenever I first started making music. Ever. Like, up until then, like, I'm like, how do people make songs? Like, what do you mean? What is this? And so, but last year was the first time I believed that I could at least try. And so I got on to soundtrap.com. Focus. Hey, hey, it's okay to focus. It's okay to focus. But anyway, so I believed. Maybe you can believe. I'm going to play you one of these songs. I'm going to shuffle once. Okay, God. This is like a perfect one to show. Like, I'm singing, but I'm not singing. I will see ocean. That's what I say. Pouring out my soul. Now I'm the tide. Now I pull. The song's called Selfish Bloom. Selfish, selfish. Selfish. I let it roll. Don't be selfish, dude. No one else is gonna do it for you. Soft in the shadows. Soft in the shadows. Steady and full. Steady and full. Fulfilled. This is my will. This is my will. My holy glow. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of the last reading. Selfish devotion, I let it flow. Selfish devotion, let it flow. No more hollow. No more control. Let go of control, baby. Acceptance. This is my will. This is my soul. Go quiet down. Don't be alone. So that specific song is Selfish Bloom. I don't know how much of that you could have heard or not. I don't know what the microphone picks up, but it really is. Oh! Oh! Okay, okay. Wow. So these are three cards I pulled. It's a 3-4-2, but we got 2-3-4 right here. You know, you got these numbers, and then also we have a 5. So just 2-3-4-5. You know, um, there are two worlds to choose from. You know, there is this clearing of the way. Like maybe in your mind you have this pathway, and I think it's about you being selfish. I think you're afraid to be selfish, and I understand that. I understand it can be scary because like I made that song because it was so hard for me to be selfish. Like I was so good at being selfless, but that means you're being less of yourself. And I know like it feels good to give sometimes, but it doesn't because you're giving to people who don't give back. It's important for you to give. Don't get me wrong. Like you're going to give, period, no matter who it is. You don't care their status or anything. You're just more. You're judging. You're not judging. People feel judged by you. It's true. Like it really is these two worlds. Like there's this expectation of you. You really feel like this is like how you're showing yourself, or this is how people are perceiving you, but this is who you really are. You do have goods. You have all the things that you need, and you don't mind being in solitude. But more importantly, it just feels like you're being taken advantage of because you don't be selfish. And so, like right here, this three of roses is reminding people like to listen to the elementals. It really reminds me to like go outside. That whole go outside touch grass thing, no joke. Like weather's been good, right? Has the weather been good enough? Go outside. And even if it's not necessarily touching grass specifically, that's okay. Like it's okay to walk on pavement and just smell the air, even if it smells like doo-doo garbage. That's okay because that's the experience. Now you know that it smells like that. Because honestly, how long you been sitting in your house? You didn't even open. Have you opened up the windows? How do you know if your house smells like doo-doo garbage? By the time you come back into your house and open up that door, now you can smell the old chicken wrapper that you put in the trash can from like a day ago. But like chicken kind of turns real quick, and you didn't change it, so it's already that little hint of a you got doo doo garbage smell. How do you know that you weren't walking around smelling like? And that's why you can smell it better. Have you ever like left a space and then like having fresh air aerates, it oxygenates, so then you can have additional flavor. Like whenever you're drinking wine, you gotta or whatever to aerate it. And it's mainly because scent is like 80% of taste or something. Don't look up your own percentage. But more importantly, you are clearing the way. But it is hard work. It's not like, oh yeah, let me just get it's one axe, one man in that thick ass tree. And now he got his girl and his horse. That's great. The horse can help eventually, probably, maybe. But does he have the proper tools? I mean, he's trying to take this down right here. He might be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get her over the log and take her home and let her go sit around. And then I'll come back over here and start axing at this. But that's like you in a nutshell. But she don't want to go nowhere. She's like, no, I will sit by your side. I don't need to go sit in the house. I can watch you work. Maybe she wants to make sure that you're not getting hurt. Honestly. You need water? I'm here. We got stuff in the carriage anyway. We can hang out and we can talk and you can work. And there's this thing too, like I have a business. Oh, they want me to talk more. Okay. I have a business that I just do where I sit with people online while they clean their houses. And I talk to them about their life. And I hang out. It's essentially just body doubling. Anybody can do it. And I just hang out and I talk to them. A lot of times we talk about, the specific clientele that I deal with. are people who have fallen into depressive episodes, or if they have ADHD, so they have like a very organized life outside of home, but in home they're a little bit more messy, and sometimes they just need somebody to hang out with them while they clean and be on the phone with them. And so they pay me $20 an hour. I hang out, we sit on Zoom, we talk, we might get somewhere deep, we might not, and also I give them tips. Like they're like, I don't even know where to start, and I'm like, I bet, but the only reason why I know how to do this is because I've been in it. So it's just a little bit of advice is what I do is I say, reach your hand out and touch something. What did you just touch? A piece of paper. Is that paper valuable, or is it trash? If it's valuable paper, then you're on the hunt for all the valuable paper that's loosing around. Because oftentimes, if there's like some random thing that you just touch and it's valuable paper, go do something. Now go find all your valuable paper. If it's trash, you on the hunt for all the trash. That's all you gotta look at. I don't care what else. I don't care if there's clothes or whatever. Just go grab the trash. Go grab the trash. Go grab the trash. And you know where the trash goes? In the trash bag that's in your hand. Trash, 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 trash. Zero transition. Do not transition. Do not transition. Focus on one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a time instead of doing, okay, well in this room I have trash and clothes and dishes and this. So, so, so say the first thing you touch is a cup. So that means you want dishes. You know what you're going to do? Is you're going to go and get all the dishes from that room. And you're going to put them in the kitchen. You're going to go and get the dishes from another room. And you're going to put them in the kitchen. You're going to go get the dishes from every single room, from everywhere. Because you know, even look at the bathroom. Because sometimes, why you got a cup in the shower? Oh, because you needed something to wash your hair with. That's fine, no problem. Go get all the cups. Everywhere. And the dish, all the dishes. Put them in the kitchen. I didn't say wash those dishes. I just said go get the dishes and put them in the kitchen. That's another date. That's a different room for another date. That's a different... Washing dishes is a different date. Right now, what you're doing is getting all the dishes together. And if you still want to stay on dishes, sure, go ahead. You can. Or you could go touch something else. Is that clothes? Yes, it is clothes. Clothes. Those are dirty clothes or clean clothes. Like, here's your clean clothes, because sometimes you're still wearing that clothes. It's not stinky enough. You're focusing on one thing at a time. That's what I do whenever it comes to cleaning. But now the job is for you to focus on that one thing at a time, and that one thing is you and your path. And you can make a song that's mediocre. And that's my favorite song of mine, actually. That gets stuck in my head a lot. Selfish, I let it roll. Ark of the Covenant. This keeps coming up, too. Because I flipped to it earlier. There is some type of partnership or understanding, and honestly, I'm looking at it here. I have 2 likes on my song, and 2 comments on Selfish Bloom. There's a partnership, and it's like just about, let's just do the work. Let's just work together, okay? You're allowed to just do the work, like, and it might just be with yourself. It really might be, and I know that's, like, lame and confusing, but, like, you are a person to yourself. Like, you are interacting with yourself. Like, this is, and it's I think where it gets really difficult, too, is, like, I don't know, there's, like, this giftedness in general whenever it comes to, what are these? In reverse? Why are you in reverse? The King of Scrolls in reverse and Hilarion. Hilarion's calling on, like, the past, like, learned people and whatnot, and, like, other, like, grand masters of things, but then this is the King of Scrolls, who's, like, literally about learning all the time, but, like, maybe you're getting sick of learning. It's 5. Maybe take a motherfucking break. Like, quit trying to learn. Pardon me. But, like, these with I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to say it. Hilarion is what I want to say. Hilarion. These are things that are within him as well. Like, these grand masters are, like, within him. These are, like, the past of all the things that are learned. I mean, even in a building, there is an entity of what people have learned in it. If that makes any sense, it probably don't, and I don't care, and I don't care. It'll make sense for the people who makes sense to, honestly, because it's about respecting the energy. It's about respecting energy so much so that you respect the energy that actually moves within you. And I feel like that's the biggest thing is like you are now self-governing in a way. Like this is your selfish bloom. Like you're here and you're selfishly blooming. You've decided I'm going to see ocean. I'm going to fill my cup so much that there is an ocean inside of me. I'm going to focus on me so much that I don't need anybody else's water to fill my cup. Because right now you've been pouring, 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 pouring. You know how many cups you filled? You know how many bowls and baths you have filled? What is this? Three of Forces, the bird's nest. You know how many nests you have built? You know how many baby birds you have fed? Like, you have been out there socializing and all that and giving like a little kid with all the stickers. And they go to their friends and they're like, yay, I just want to be friends so bad. So they give all their stickers away so much so they ain't got a single sticker for themselves. But it feels good to you to give. So you don't care. You just keep giving, right? Because it made you happy. What lasts in your mind is the smile on their faces, not the sticker itself. Those are the little stickers that you keep in your brain, or the ways that you made somebody feel. But nobody was trying to collect a sticker of you feeling good. In the same way that you've been embracing people. And so now what? What is this? One of ours is the Akashic Field. I've never pulled this one. Okay. The Akashic Field. Like, this is like the Aurora Borealis. There's some, like, valleys or something like this. Like, mountain valleys, rolling hills. And, like, into this deep sky. One of Force is the force. Like, the life force is what I'm feeling. The Akashic Field. And, like, you might be accessing the Akashic Field. I can't even remember what I was talking about just now. Before this. Before this came up, I can't even remember what I was just talking about just now. I'd have to go back and rewatch it because I wasn't present for that. And so what'll happen is like, you might be rambling sometimes and you might be like, wait, what was I even talking about? Because you're having these spiderweb thoughts. Also, ADHD or whatever. I don't really care. I don't really care what you want to call it. One of Forces. One of Forces. The Akashic. Where are you? Field 163. Dang, girl. Okay, it really wants me to be on and upright because it was taking forever to get to this page. I could not accidentally flip to that in that moment. Or, correspondently. The Akashic Field. Like the Akashic Field, the Aurora Borealis flows with energy and brilliance as charged particles from the sun interacting with atoms in the Earth's atmosphere. The 93 million miles from the sun to the Earth is nothing compared to the limitless consciousness of the Akashic Field. All information, power, energy, and experiences vibrate within this realm of unending truth and possibility, and every bit of it can be yours. Receiving this card upright tells you that amazing opportunities abound at this time. You can increase and accelerate the experience by opening the doors to the Akashic records. Your life force energy resonates with universal synchronicity now. So you can explore the records and receive exactly the information that you need and the energy that can help. Engage in this pursuit with a conscious focus. Write your intentions and ask for inspiration. Meditate on the Akashic field and visualize your goals. The universe is ready and willing to align with your heartfelt desires, and now is the time to make them happen. It's a one. It's time to start it. But it's also a one of forces. So a force is like a thing happening. It's me pushing you. It's me pulling you. It's a force. Like every force has an equal and opposite reaction. So, like, chill. It's okay that the other shoe's gonna drop. That means you're taking another step forward. Like, I don't know what the saying originally comes from. Maybe like somebody lived underneath like a shoe cobbler's window and he hated his shoe, so he'd throw a shoe out and hit him on the head. And he's like, I don't know when that other shoe's gonna drop because he'd be throwing out his shoes. But other than that, for me, anytime I think about shoes dropping, then they're hitting the pavement, you know? So I'm okay with moving forward. Let's move forward. Let's let the other shoe drop. Sometimes, most of the time, it's a good step. You're going to remember the bad step. You're going to remember the time you tripped. You're going to remember the time that you stepped off of a curb and twisted your ankle, or stepped down a stairs and missed a step and then twisted your ankle. You're going to remember those pains. You're going to remember that. In the meantime, let's get to stepping. Let's drop the shoes, baby. I think it's a dumb saying, apparently. You're the force to start. Like, I don't know how else to... Oh, you know what? 33 says I say this. You know what? Because this is... Look, hey, come here. That means all that coming up for me, especially... Like, I'm somebody who taps into the Akashic records. Like, just don't tell anybody. Don't tell. This is our little secret. I'm somebody who taps into the Akashic records on accident. I know. It was just happening. And you've probably been doing it too. But really the vibe that I'm getting right now is that you are leveling up to the point where you can understand what the fuck I'm saying. It's esoteric to a lot of people, but when you are tapped in, you're tapped in, and it's like you're here now. You're here now. You're here now. And the road ahead is golden by Jon and Roy. Okay, I'm gonna do this last single card from the Akashic Tarot. I'll let her decide what she wants to tell you. This is coming straight from the Akashic field. Another one. Are these two cards? She does do two cards with me a lot. And it might be because of static electricity. Bottom of the castle is two of roses, vegan messengers. Ooh, you might be having birds coming around a lot. There's this white dove, but they have scrolls. These two little trees. Like, it's a little tree of, like, they just started out almost. But you have these little messengers to let you know. Two little messengers. You might see, like, two birds. Look, there's mountains in the back. Like, this person's, like, finally got their homestead. There's two cups of tea. Maybe you're sitting down and having a question, but it's also like, there are different types of birds, so they might be getting messages sent from either kingdom to be like, hey, let's meet up here and have tea. So you might be setting up a business or a meeting. And then we have Eight of Roses and Queen of Roses. How are there all these roses together? You have no idea the amount of shuffling I did to make sure that all of these were in different sets away from each other. Like, literally, I sat down and did a calculated, randomized shuffling. I say calculated, but I had 9 piles, and then I went through this, and this. Saw what it looks like. Why are there so many roses? You have so many roses in your reading. Like, oh, you're getting your flowers. You're getting your flowers because you also have the 3 of Roses. You have 1, 2, 8, and the Queen of Roses. You are the Queen of Roses. What's the 8 of Roses? Community. That's the, You know, it's not just any community, it's 8 community. 8, which is karmic. It's like angelic community. It's like you really found a place where like they trust that you're the queen. Like, they're not questioning it. Like, you go to another kingdom or queendom And the Queen of Scrolls is like, well, I'm the queen over here. Sorry, no offense. This is the Queen of Scrolls right here, by the way. But even then, look, the Queen of Roses right now is looking at the Queen of Scrolls. And they could work together and be friends. Or they could be like, I don't want to, we're not friends. People be doing that. But it's about finding community here. Finding people that you can laugh with and have a good time with. You might have people in your life that kind of look like this, actually. Queen of Roses has red hair. Maybe you know someone with red hair. Maybe you have red hair naturally and you dye it or something. But she's looking at her rose. She's in her throne room. She's peaceful. In the reading, she's facing the Ark of the Covenant. And so the wild part is that this partnership is bound to happen anyway. Like, this meeting, like, is, like, imminent. And it could be, like, I know it seems like, oh, well, I'm in my house. How's that going to happen? Like, internet. You're on the internet right now. You might meet somebody in the comments here. You might, like, literally, like, just somehow meet somebody in the comments of, like, a random Smosh video or something. And it just hits different. And, like, the way that this is so meant to happen. Oh! Okay. 3 of keys and 4 of keys. What the hell? But in reverse? Why is this what? 3 of keys, the chess game. 4 of keys, clearing the way. Huh. You playing 5D chess? There's a chess game going on. Maybe with somebody in your life, like, for real. I try and steer clear of that, like, drama stuff, you know. But sometimes you got drama in your life. Maybe that's really the case. It's like there is a chess game that you're playing, but it's also like not even specifically with people. Like, people don't even understand that you're playing a game like with the universe. You're trying to actually win the game of life. You're not trying to play no games with nobody else. Like, you're just trying to clearing the way in reverse. Let me get that, and then the 3 of keys. Oh shoot. 197 and the chess game 194. 197. Okay, in reverse, the 4 of the clearing the way, or clear, yeah. The way is being cleared. An obstruction you thought would be daunting can be easily and quickly dispatched. Even some external events or other people may help to ease the situation and open the way in either event. Celebrate. You will soon be free to take the steps you once thought blocked. I'm just saying. I said, hey, I know you gotta clear this whole thing, but for some reason, like, your homies might be rolling up, and they might have been the first person, like, they might have been bringing their chainsaw, because, like, that card, like, they're a little old, like, that's Victorian time. They might have been bringing their chainsaw because somebody's giving birth out there, and that's the reason why they made chainsaws originally, was for birth. But this is when they discovered that they could use it to cut up a tree instead. Let's see, what is this chess game? In upright. Oh. A game is in play upon this chessboard. Some of the pieces are sidelined, while the bronze queen lies on her side on the playing field. The people represented by these chess pieces are not usually those you meet for enjoyable pastimes. This is a card of political and societal and social conflict. You may be in store for difficult interactions in group settings, such as boards of directors, corporate hierarchies, management disruptions, or conflicted family situations. Those sides seem to be clearly divided. Many of the people involved are really out for themselves. Deceit is present, and you may not be at all certain about everyone's motives or strategies. It is time for you to take an emotional or even an actual step back. The more you get involved and the stronger you hold your position, the more heated the situation may become. No matter how challenging, try to maintain an inner peace. Do not participate in any battles or allegiances, but don't let yourself be deceived either. Look at everything coolly and unemotionally. The people around you are serving their own agendas. Try to detach, be objective, and treat everyone involved from a deeper source of wisdom without being misled. They may come there may come a time for you to leave or distance yourself from the situation, but because of circumstances, you may not be here yet. For now, let yourself be a knowing observer and watch. That's part of the chess game. Is what is their strategy? And now look, I don't even play chess, but I did watch the Queen's Gambit. And I played a couple times. Like I know what the pieces do technically, but I don't know any of the things. But you can start out a certain way. They're called moves. There's certain moves, and so if you know those moves and you watch their moves, then you can kind of like guess what game they're playing. So then you know how to counteract their attack if there is an attack. But in general, like people who are sitting down to play a chess game are often like friends. They're not enemies coming together to play chess. It's a game. In the game, they're against each other, but in real life, like that's their brother and sister or whatever. You know? But ultimately, on the game, there's a strategy to it. And when people are moving throughout the world, a lot of times in this whole selfish, go be selfish. Like for real. Like it's literally telling you, like, that's the selfish part. Is like, let me just observe before I act, before I'm loyal to a fault, before whatever. Like, let me just let time pass sometimes, you know? Because sometimes we're in a mood. Sometimes somebody else is in a mood. Sometimes it's just like a season. Sometimes somebody actually is. But, like, when it says don't make any, like, this part that really came out to me is, like, don't make allegiances either. Like, and what I mean by that is an allegiance specifically is somebody coming together to go against someone. An alliance is to come together to go against. You know? And that's two different things. Instead of just let's just chill. And so whenever I say that, coming together to go against someone, that's like gossip. Gossiping and like being like, yeah, I'm co-signing on this person. I'm co-signing on what this person's saying or whatever, and it's hard. And so a lot of times, like even if you're in a conversation with somebody and you find yourself and they find you gossiping and they tell you that you're gossiping, it's gonna hurt your feelings. You're gonna be annoyed. You're gonna be like, well, don't tell me to not gossip. I'm just venting. No, you're not. Because what's the solution? How come they don't know? I'm not saying you have to talk to this person about it, but like if it's gotten to the point where this is so much of an issue, it also lets you know, like, if somebody's talking this way about everyone that they have a problem with, like eventually you have to start to be like, how many of these issues are your issues? And how long before I become one of those people on your list? And the reason why I say that is because I used to be somebody who had a list. And then I was like, wait, actually I'm being petty as fuck about things that really didn't matter. I mean, it was a long time ago. I was a teenager. Um, I'm a young mom. I'm not a teen mom, but you know, pretty young. I birthed my baby whenever I was 20, so pretty young, straight out of teenagehood, and a lot of that stuff just like really became like very clear that it was just a bunch of bullshit. I mean, even before I was really pregnant at all, but what I will say is that everybody's lying in some way. And not like in a malicious way. They're laying down a track. They're laying down a story, a vibe, their future, their dreams, or like their monotony, whatever it is, whatever thing they're going through in their path, that's happening. That's actively happening no matter what. Okay? and it is important for you to do that for yourself too, because no one else is laying a track for you. No one else is doing that for you. And if they are, that's great, but like, it's probably not gonna be built in the way that you want. Like, just to be straight, to be honest. And that track is like how you move in life. It's not like a physical track. It's like how the decisions you make, which is, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go hang out with and do that with those people, because every time I leave, I actually leave drained. Like, if you hang out with them and you're sleepy after hanging out, that means you weren't hanging out with people that were good for you. Like, if you hang out with somebody and you're like, oh my God, we ended up hanging out till 4 a.m. and it just happens because y'all were up, because y'all energized each other. And even whenever you leave and it's 4 a.m., like you're driving home, you're like, thinking about the things because you're energized. And like that may sound totally foreign to you and feel totally foreign to you. So you're like, I don't even know what that's like. That's because you ain't with your people. And it doesn't mean like, okay, well, yep, now it's over. No, the game's still going. Unfortunately, you already done played this game. And don't be like, oh, now I'm above the drama. I'm above the game. You've been playing the game the whole time. So now you're just going to like start burning bridges, whoop-de-woo. Like, why would you do it like that? Why would you burn bridges like that, huh? Why? Just so you can like flip the whole table over because you feel like you're losing the game? Finish out the game. See how they beat your ass in chess. And learn a new technique. Like, especially if like you know that it's failing, observe how it fails. And then ask for a rematch once you've learned. Bottom of the deck, 2 of keys, the treasure. This specific card shows a man in his cabin, his room, his apartment, whatever. He has been robbed. All of his items gone. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at his sad face. He can't believe this. What's this? What's that? Little glowing box? Right now, this is you. You feel like you ain't got shit. And your back is to your gift. You can't even see it. You're so lost in the sauce of how much you have lost that you cannot see your gift. That you cannot see your gift. You are so, there's so much loud noise of like, everything's gone, everything's gone, but they can't even touch that light. They can't even take that light. The only person who can is you. The only person who can close that box on it is you, and you've been keeping it closed so much so that you got your back turned to it. The first thing you should have done whenever you walked in this room and saw everything was missing was run for that light. Is that light there? And maybe, maybe you're not afraid. Maybe that's the thing, is like, maybe you're not afraid to go look in that box because you always know the light's going to be there. But you know what happens is whenever you know that something's going to be there all the time, is that you take it for granted. You really do. You really take it for granted. When this card is in reverse, it signifies that it's like this whole room was actually like upside down. And everything was still stuck to like now this is on the ceiling, just like this for real. This box, its lid would fly open just from gravity. And it would be much brighter, much easier to see. All by simply just changing your perspective. Looking at things from a different way. And it's a 2 of keys too. So like, a lot of times when bad things happen, it's because it has to. Because it has to. Because it has to. Like, when I really discovered numerology for me and my personal dates, like the way that I started navigating the world and making my dreams come true, by the way, and I'm living my dreams actively, not to brag, but I'm bragging, wasn't a 2 year for me. So it means, like, I learned about it, but I couldn't do shit about it. Because 2 is the number of, you had your chance to plan in the 1, and my entire year was 2. And it wasn't like I couldn't plan, I could. But, like, I just couldn't find myself making major decisions. I couldn't find myself, I let the universe take me places. That was the first time that I realized that I was in a 2 year. All the other 2 years I had been in were like a rocky fucking road. I would plan stuff out, and like people were like, "Oh, she's so flaky," but it was like I was literally in a 2 year. Anytime I planned, I was planning things without like my mind was in a different field and season, and it wasn't ready for all that. But I was still trying to work with that. Two is the number of destiny and deciding, and it is what it is. Ugh. So, well, that's it. Y'all be blessed. That was almost an hour, y'all. Oh, Lord. Have a good time. Have a good time.